All right, a little early tonight, but hello everybody. Gonna make some space on the table here. Got to get a lot of work done tonight. Lots and lots of work. Hopefully we are successful in tonight's work. Oh, something fell. 2.5. It's in the... Do. Oh. Should be working now. There we go. RTX audio crashed. It's a janky program. It's good for whenever it works, but it randomly stops working. And then Streamlabs doesn't know what to do because that's my audio source. Where my trash can goes. No, I was just saying, I ran the end stop earlier today. Just finished running the cable now, got it all cable managed. We will lose audio sometime in the next hour, I would suspect, once the battery in my transmitter runs out. Then I'll switch it out. But yeah, so you can see here in the back, I have the new backer panel in. I got rid of the two acrylic pieces that were here, and because they were just split, I now have one full sheet all the way in from side to side in the back there. I went ahead and mounted the power supply, the spool. The only thing that had to go where it was the spool, because I have the cutout in the rear panel. I'll show you guys that later. It's not important right now. But I do have that cutout is right here, so I can put the spools in and out. And I went ahead and mounted the Duet, and I'm going to get ready here to mount the 12-volt power supply down here. What I did order on Amazon, or I'm going to order tonight, is some of the cable channel. I think they just call it cable channel. I'm going to run a little bit around the top here. I'm going to have a big strip come down the middle. I think I'll have one more go here just in case I need it. But I kind of want to keep this low, and I might just run it just an L here, just to kind of hide some of the cabling away. It'll make cable management a little bit easier as well. I still need to secure the bottom panel. It's still not secured yet, so I need to do that today as well. I'm just going to secure it here in the back, but that's once I can flip this up on its side. Can't do any of that until this stuff is done. But I want to do a few more things here in the back with you guys, and then we're going to spin around to the front, and we're going to rip off the entire faceplate and put the new faceplate on, which has the Duet 7-inch display on it. And then we'll come back to this side and we'll work on wiring. So I want to get everything wired up tonight. That is the goal. And then for Friday night is going to be firmware, which is going to be super insane. But hey, hey Viking, hey Vince. OBS Studio has, I don't know if Slobs has it, Aaron. I haven't looked. I always use RTX audio. It works great until it doesn't. You know, that's kind of what makes it a pain then. Fix this real quick. There we go, that's better. Let's see, so I already have everything from the extruder loom is up here, or from the hot ink carriage. One thing I don't know is, do I still need an opto coupler with the Duet? I would assume I do, but I don't know because I've never used a Duet board before. So if I no longer need the opto coupler board, please let me know if I can hook the sensor directly up to the board. I did not have a chance though to research how to hook it up, so that is something I do need to try and figure out. But I also need to get all the old hot glue off the back of this thing, because we're going to be probably hot gluing it again. It's the most efficient way to just tack something on there. So yeah. I had the latest version. Latest version of what, Vince? Of Slobs? Yes, I do. Okay, so what was he doing now? All right, we got that cable all done. All of these wires, and just chill up here for now still. Let me do this so they can all stay up here. So we keep all those out of the way, and I can show you guys a little closer here. So here is, again, you can see everything's kind of laid out. What we're going to do is we're going to get ready to mount this now, but I need to make a quick template. It was nice with the acrylic backer because I could just go to the other side, drill the hole, like mark the holes and drill them, done. But because this is black, it's opaque, it doesn't work out that way, which is a bummer. But what at least I can do is make myself a very quick template here of how I want to do it, using just a piece of paper. So we want to do it somewhere low. We'll keep it in line with that, I guess. So put our paper down here. Look where the two holes are. And just like that, I've got the two holes where they need to be. And they are this way. So then if I just go like this, and we're going to just get a pen. Where's the pen at? Make sure that looks fairly level, which it does not. So we get and this is not exact, it's just to get it kind of close because I don't really care that much. Go right like there. And 2. We got our 2 holes there. We're going to use a 3mm drill bit, which I think I already have in here. Yep. Two. And then we need some black M3s. These through here. I could have drilled 3.5mm holes. I don't know. I did 3. There's that. This. All I need to do is it's the wrong screwdriver. That's why it's not working. Where's the other one at? There it is. Nope, that's not it. So the problem with having all screwdrivers with the same handles, they all look exactly the same. Okay, now that is securely on there. Sweet. All right, so we just need to untangle some of this stuff here. So the 12-volt power supply is supplying power to the 12-volt LEDs and the 12-volt fans and other things that I have running on the machine. So that's why we have a 12-volt fan. And actually, in the documentation, they recommend that you run a separate 12 or 5-volt one, or to run a couple bucks or the down converters. But I don't really like those, and you have to have like a high amperage on them. They just don't work out that well. So I'm not doing that. We need this to be up here out of the way too. Let's stay, yeah, okay. So we want to keep, also the heated bed cable is going to run through this area as well. Okay, you still need to crimp these so they can attach to that power supply. That needs to be cable managed properly. This is our main cables that are going to the power supply or to the board here. Let me get the crimps. Let's do those crimps first real quick. Terminals. I'm using all insulated terminals and what are they called? Ferrules on everything. Hey Jeff, hey Llama. Where do we have terminals at? Small blue ones left. Thanks for stopping in, Llama. Two. Phillips, where'd that go? There it is. All right, so I need to get these cables out of the way. Gonna run up and down around the bottom here. Neutral. Ground. Line. Okay. Now we have both power supplies wired. They're both coming off of this single, whoops, can't see that. This single switch here is where both of those are coming from. This is the other end stop, which needs to get cable managed at some point as well. All right, well, I think that's good enough for the back for now. I'm gonna go ahead and switch to the front. Oh yeah, this is inside the back hood. It'll get all covered up once I get there. But I just need to put all these cables, shove them inside for right now until I switch back around. I did also go ahead and put back on the stock motors since we ruled out the motors were not the problem. So I'm just gonna have a spare 48 millimeter LDOs. I switched back because these motors have the Duet connector already on them, and I really didn't want to terminate more cables because that is a humongous pain in the butt. And I found it was easier to just spend an hour doing the cables than spending 20 minutes, well, spend an hour switching out the motors, then 20 minutes doing the cables, and then spending another hour troubleshooting because I terminated the cables poorly. I'm definitely not the best at that. And this build has kind of shown me that as well, that, hey, you're not that good at terminating cables. I don't know if I'm using the wrong crimpers or what I'm doing wrong, but something is definitely wrong. Okay, let's get this bad boy turned around. Oh, don't fall, please. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take off this other side panel here so that I have more access. Each of these side panels is held on with 8 bolts and T-nuts. They come off just like that. Easy day. So now I can get through here and see that. So what we're going to be working on is this down here. Yeah, that'll be enough. Hey, David. So yeah, so this is my current front setup. This is a, what is this? This is the Big Tree Tech V3 screen. It's touch and has that. It's honestly a great screen. I really, really, really like it. But I want to use the crazy huge Duet screen for this build instead. So we're going to do that. But need to. I might need to get out the soldering iron because I already soldered in the LED switch, and I could cut it out for now and solder it later, which I might end up just cutting this piece to do that. But I definitely have to get that out of the way. And I also did not even start wiring for the Neopixels. That'll probably be actually the next part after this. We'll be wiring up the Neopixels. So, to get these off, that one. Shouldn't be tied in any other way. Reuse a lot of this hardware. Okay, so simple as that. It comes right off. I did have to print these parts on Ultra Magnus. I did post a few pictures of that on the Discord. But yeah, this left part here is humongous. It was definitely I needed some assistance from Ultra Magnus. Come on. I'm probably gonna end up go ahead and zip tying on the this is the LED cabling that runs for the left side LEDs there. I'm sorry, right side LEDs. I'll probably just zip tie that to the 2020 extrusion while I have all this opened up. Or I'll use some of these. I have some pretty nifty little 2020 clips that you kind of just push into place. Is this not pointing out? There we go. There, need another one. And I was test fitting some of the Neopixel parts, so I just need the bolts because I already reprinted all of these. No, I need the other thing too. But I'm actually thinking I can't really do that. I'm just wondering if I'm putting the cart before the horse here by installing these without doing the Neopixel as well. Because I'm not 100% sure that I'm going to be able to reach it once I do get all of this stuff installed and together here. Let me just use these 2020 clips. That for now. Okay, and finally this guy here. Cut all this away until I figure out how in the world I'm going to rerun this. Well, actually, these just go right to here. Undo this one, undo this one, Take those out. Oh, I can definitely print during an earthquake with this, Ryan. No problemo. Oh, okay. Here you can see the back side of that screen. I modeled this part here. Well, this thing, I just remixed this part here, and then I modeled this from scratch so you could have access to the USB port, the SD card, and it was at a little bit of an angle. I did like this. I do still like it. I'm not pumped that the Duet is not going to be at an angle. Let me show you guys that. It's going to look like this. Big sucker. And I'm going to have to make another hole in here. We opted for 4 buttons up here. I don't know if I'm going to use all of them or not yet, but I'll have at least the one for the LEDs, which I think I'm going to wait to resolder that, or maybe I guess I should do it now because it'll definitely be easier now than it would be later. So let me get out the soldering iron and get that warming up. There's your cable. Warm up now. 2 dislikes. Uh-oh. Guess I'm not doing enough. All right, so let's get out the drill and a 5mm drill bit. Because I also do need to drill out these mounting holes just to make sure they're the right size. That's the captive one there. Okay. So got that done there. That will help me for my pass-through, the cabling for this stuff. Yeah. Gonna need to desolder that in order to get it in there. So, in the meantime, we can go ahead and we've got our other parts here. So this is that was close. But I just snapped my 5mm drill bit. So that sucks. I'll do one of those later. Anyways, yeah, so here we have the middle part. This needs to go on there. And then we have the far side part. And this should work with what I already have here, which it does. Sweet. Just like that. So, I wonder if I can use that a little bit of that broken bit. Works well enough for now. Okay, there's that one done. Do this one real quick. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to get all the hardware, put on this one now. I might just go ahead and use the 5.5 mil so I can get a little more clearance with these bolts. See you, Llama. See where your loyalty lies. That'll make it easier to get these in. Yep. All right. What if I should use longer bolts in these? These 10 mils, they just make it through. Come on. The other side. Where's that bigger screwdriver at? That's the bigger driver? Yes, it is. Okay. Whoop. All right. Over here. Oh, great. That one came off. Do I have any 12 millimeter? Let me see if I have any 12 millimeter black bolts. Don't think I do. Oh, no, I got boatloads of them. So let's use these on the side instead. This might make it a little bit easier. Hey. Okay. Now if we do this. Lines up. One done. So I think I might have to do some Neopixel wiring tonight because I can't get to the top mounting hole right here. That's really not what I wanted to do now. I want to do that tomorrow night. Oh man, it's definitely going to slow me down tonight. I'm going to have to get those wired and installed tonight. Blackheart. So the Duet board is more capable for this machine, particularly, I mean, not only for, but also with all the Neopixels that are going into the machine. It's just a lot easier to get it to work. And there's already firmware already built for it. I'm not pioneering anything. I know the quality I can get with the SKR. Everyone says this is better. Also for compiling firmware, it's faster. There's a lot of reasons why it was suggested to go with this. And this is the actual, I mean, the original builder said to use this as well. So we're giving it a try, seeing how it's going to work out here. But the other, I got to find my drawings here. Wiring diagram, there we go. So are the Neopixels. All right, they run off of 5 volts. Okay. So we're definitely going to need to put a step down in the back for that. And if you guys are curious, this is the drawing that I am working with here. Turn off that and that. There you go. You guys can see the whole thing here. This is what we're looking at here. So probably the easiest thing to do is going to be to, I guess I'll put the Arduino in the back, but that's just a lot of cabling to have to run to the back of the machine. I think I have some ribbon cable that I can use, which is enough to run these. Ribbon cable. Yeah, I've got long enough ribbon cable for this. I definitely have, let's go back here, where are we at? There, here we go. Okay, yeah, so I've got really long ribbon cable here that I can use. So I'm gonna need, that's 3 conductors. I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4 for the data, 3 for the data, and then positive, negative. Okay, so we can use these 3 for data, and then we're gonna need a positive, negative to go as well back to the back of the machine, which is easy enough to do. Just make sure we have enough. So if I want to do this, we put that here in the middle, run the cable there-ish, down, over to here, up to the front, and around. I feel like just might have enough. So I'll pull these 3 off for data. We're doing a lot of soldering tonight. A lot more than I thought we were going to do. So we have a heated bed for a soldering station. Here. All right, so I need to take that back out, I guess. This is going to be quite the mess, I think. Here's a positive negative from the switch. No, I can't because this is 12 volt and I need 5 volt going to these Neopixels. Let me dig them out here real quick. Need all the parts as well. So one set. There's another diffuser. 2 Neopixels. I thought I had one open already. This shipment I did, it took like 6 months to get here. Our report is lost, and then after the new shipment got here, the other one showed up, which was pretty funny. So there's 1, 2, 3 of the diffusers and holders. And just trying to find the last. I know I opened one of these up to look at it. Ah, here it is. Okay. So here's a look at the Neopixel rings that I'm working with here. these guys. And on the back, we have one of the data input is going back to the Arduino. So on all three of them, then we have the 5-volt DC. So here's data input. 5-volt DC is going back to power, and then we have our power signal ground going back to ground as well. So I just need to go ahead and tack into the data input on each of these, one of those cables, and that should be it. So that should be pretty easy to do, I think, in theory, maybe, I don't know. And then I redesigned, these used to be like a twist-in deal, but I designed it so that they are just two pieces that just slap together real quick there. And I'm hoping these diffusers work out well. But we're going to find out here in a little bit, I guess. So there's the 5 volts. I also need to see which way on here makes the most sense to put it. So there's the 5 volts. I want to rotate it down here. Guess there's going to be kind of suspended in there. That's joyous. All right, we need a helping hand, and we need solder, we need strippers. So we're going to go with the data input first on these guys. I've never soldered anything like this before, so this should be an interesting learning experience. I need to get some water real quick on my sponge. That. We got the tiny tip on our soldering iron today. Okay, we have to do data input, which actually I'm going to take this through it, I think. Yeah, we're just going to go like that. Give myself the slack between them, just because I think that'll make life easier when installing these panels. But I need to put it through here first. So we're just going to go with this side here. That's the wrong way. Data into one of them. And then let's get some more of the back parts. And we have to go through it like that. And then we're doing Take this one off. Another Neopixel. Input. Put that with some solder. Okay. One should go through just like that. Perfect. And then let's get Neopixel number 3 out. Right, and it'll be done pretty soon. I mean, it already was almost done, but this is really the last thing to do. Is put this new stuff in, get the Neopixels working. It's not gonna take much longer. But I know you're just being a jerk, so you know, I got you. Like so. So the next things we need to do is we need to get grounds. So we can just jump all the grounds together. We can jump from one to the other. Because they all have that. That's where it gets a little more interesting because I got to figure out my spacing on these. So we're going to just, where's the other panel at? What do I do with it? Some flips. Come on. So we're just gonna hold it together with some clamps here. And I'm just gonna move you guys to this other camera because I'm not gonna be able to show you this too much. We're going to start figuring out how we're gonna wire this in. So we have that. Set the diffuser down in. All 3 of these. 2, 3. Okay, diffusers are in. Now, how are we going to do this? But I still need to run the 5-volt power as well. I can jump the 5-volt power from one to the other as well, right? That should work out just fine, jumping these one to the other. Let me see. So I'm going to Adafruit real quick. Why are you down here? What are you doing? just want to make sure that I can. Oh, I can. Okay. Yep. All right. Yeah, again, I just want to make sure that I can jump from one to the other without a problem. It says I can. So just going to use up some of this stuff here. Oops. White and purple. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. Maybe this is what I do tonight, is the Neopixels. And I'll do the rest of the wiring on Friday. But honestly, who am I kidding? I'm going to do it before then. So might as well do it now. All right, solder. Where'd you put the solder, Shane? Legitimately kill myself every time I do this. You set it down somewhere? Get together, please. Came apart. I wish these parts would bolt together somehow, but they don't. Ah, there it is. So we just need to tin these a little bit. Purple is positive. This gray is negative. That'll work out for now. So let's start with this one here. Negative will go through here. Positive will also go through here. That's fine. This one is wired. Which can then be, let's see, let's run the data across the top, I guess, on this side. And we just got to use some M3 by 10. To hold them in. It's the easiest part of this whole process done right there. First one. What? Because I don't do it right when I do soldering? Because I don't really care. I also have a fan blowing at me here and a fan blowing right behind me, so I'm good enough. I need to pre-drill all these. The bolts don't fit through them. Come on. Here's all the other ones at. And the final one, where'd it go? It's got it here. That one's not done yet. Okay. Oh, the face, the two eyes, the mouth. All right, so brown is first. We need to install this now. Where's 10mm bolts go? Might be underneath all this stuff here on my table. Probably, Shane. Oh, just because I'm soldering. So there's the first one. I think I can go ahead and cut myself a little bit of extra here. These clips are not working out at all as I thought they would. So red is next. The red's going to go right there. I would give myself that much slack. Hopefully it's an to go through here. So I said that the brown is the gray. Positive is purple. hand down here. Hold that for me. Work. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, now for the pain in the butt part. I need to get it jumped from that one to this one. So let's just say that that should be enough. Yeah, I won't be messing with Clipper, at least not yet. It's a little, I want to learn how to use this thing normal first, I guess. And then we can start with the crazy projects some other time. But that time is not going to be this machine this week. Now, tin all of these. Joy. Okay. Now we need to helping hand again. That one. Okay. Twist around in here now. These on. Got the second one on here now. 5-sec port. No, this is MKS. This is a maker-based Duet 2 Wi-Fi clone. Oh. Biting because I don't think there's a hole for it. So 2.5 millimeter. I'll start one. Much better. All right, so there's 2 wirings done. Now we're just gonna have to get the third one here. 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 Purple is 5 volt. Ground. Okay. Ground here. Of course. There we go. Okay. So then now these data go all the way back. So I don't know if this is long enough to get me from here to there. It is not. So, how do I want to do this? I think I'm just going to make a tail with this to go under the printer, put a connector under the printer, and then have it go rest of the way back instead of being home run like that. I think that's going to be the best thing to do here. So we need to go from about here. Oh heck, we'll just use the rest of this strand. Don't worry about the connector another day. This is just 5 volts power, so it's nothing crazy. Okay, go through here. goes in here. There we go. Number 3. Now, where's that diffuser at? Easy there, boy. Here we go, like this. Okay. Well, maybe the extra work right now will pay off later in the build. I'm hoping all these solder points are good enough and that I don't need to redo them at some other time. Okay, so there's what the LEDs will look like. Let me switch to here. Yeah, so that's what they're going to look like there. And this one goes here. All of our cabling. So now I just need to get these all installed. I'm thinking maybe some hot glue on these data cables maybe. Try to keep them in place. So I really don't want to break anything. I guess it'll be all right. All right, let me get the other M5s and T-nuts on here so that we can get these two pieces at least installed, and we can worry about getting the screen on next. Okay. Here. Whoops. Not to do that again. Stay there for a second, please. Okay. Microphone is low. I'm going to change that in just a minute here. Okay. Swap out batteries here real quick, guys. Give me a minute. Buy double A's at the grocery store because I ran out. All right, fully charged. Now we're good to go. Okay, so again, we have all of our data cables right here, data and power. Power for the front LEDs here, which are still not hooked up because I ordered switches and I'm an idiot. I ordered 12mm instead of 16mm switches. So yeah, that's a goof up on me. So I have to desolder 4 cables off of here. So this should be loads of fun to get to work properly. Blacks go there. This red goes back on there. Just hold it for me. Don't move. Just stay right there, please. Stay there, please. Just work with me a little bit here. This red goes on this tab. Well, nope. Solder that one a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now the 2 blacks. Pull some more slack from the back on these cables because this panel's a little bit taller than the old one was. Ooh, that's hot. Ooh, that's hot. Use needle nose or something. Hold that there. everything on me just to try and get this thing to hold still while I try and solder this thing. Hold on. Just need to tack this one on. The problem is these two cables need to go on the same leg of this switch. That is really making it difficult. That's on. But before I finish, I do want to confirm that it works. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of power here for just a quick second. They work. Okay. That's it. Real quick. Boom, boom. Dual power. That's funny. Why? Oh, those are touching right there. Shoot. Solder in the back anyways. All right. So back to this again. I hate doing these switches. Looks like total garbage. One in the front, one in the back. That's what I had before. The first one on is not the problem. It's the second one. Same stupid terminal. Better. Make sure this still works. Still works. Drain that residual out. All right, Aaron, see you later. Oh, Ryan, watching me do horrible stuff with soldering. Said I was an electrician. Never said I was good at soldering. Watch me struggle. attaching it with this one. We got two sides here, so let me get some. Where'd the M5s go? Oh, they're up here. Two 12mm for the side. Another T-nut. Oh, all right, put one in there. So you can put the T-nut on. These cables here. Well, this is gonna be fun to figure out. That. Now, where's the screwdriver? One right. Okay, and then that long M3 goes in here. Right, there's the new front panel now. Ryan, so these LEDs are for heated bed, extruder, and print time, or however else I want to associate them. But that is what they are deemed for in the firmware for that. But yeah, that works out. And then we have other LEDs back here, which I need to loop in, but the bed is in the way now. And we've got lots of wire here that we need to send it back to the back. Okay. So now that that's there, it'd be fun trying to get the connector on for the screen. I don't think that's a now problem. I think that's a later problem. Doing anything in the back of this is going to be a pain in the butt. Oh. Go ahead and fish these down into the bottom for later. One. There's two. Manage that later. All right, well, I'm going to get soldering iron out of here for now. Keep it on just down there out of the way. Did all that. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good so far. I think we're going to have to rotate to the back. We'll have to try and pull the bed up a little bit first. Okay. And then these need to get did. Here. Okay. So I still have not gonna run any power to that yet. Oh, this fell off of one of these guys, didn't you? I do think I'm gonna go ahead and put this on its side and secure this panel in and secure the rest of these front panels, but need to make sure nothing's going to fall out when I do that. So this is going to go totally on its side. Like that's going to fall out. I do need that. Screw. Another screw. Good night. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do this bottom here real quick with wherever those M5s went. No, not there. That's the M3s. Legit. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. There it is. All right, so this is shorter, so we should be able to get some 10 mils. On here. Another. That one, and one more down here. A different way to push this up there. Nope, that doesn't work. Nope, 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 don't do that. You're gonna lose it. Still no. It's supposed to be magnetic, right? I don't think it's magnetic enough for that. Let's see if I can get this started. There it is. Nope, it wasn't. That one's gone. All right, let me get a Allen wrench here. just to hold it up. It's the hardest part of putting T-nuts in vertically is how to hold the T-nut while you try to get the bolt to catch it. You do it like that. All right, and then back here, I want to secure this bottom panel. I think I'll end up securing the top of that later. And all of this still needs to be wire managed down here, which I think I'll be able to do some of that tonight. Okay. So we just need to get out handy dandy 5.5 mil. We'll do our best approximation at this one. One there, one here. One here. And then one down here. I'm going to use a couple 8mm M5s and some T-nuts, which you need to go get more of, right? Got one left top. Please. Now this is going to keep the bottom of the bottom cover stable. Right now it's a little bit flappy. I don't want that. That one bit. Too well there. So I also did go ahead and, well, I have it sitting in the cart. I haven't ordered them yet. But I found some decent, I guess they're industrial Noctua fans that I'm going to go ahead and use on the bottom side of this for the ventilation. I had one old school 12-volt fan kind of just laying around, an 80mm that I threw in here. And I liked it, but it's LED and you can't see it, and it's just kind of pointless to do that. So I'm going to pick up 3 of those other fans. They are 1700 RPMs, and since they're Noctuas, they also come with a low noise cable adapter. That is backwards. Getting into these corners. Now this thing is like really, really built. It is truly brutal. Nobody likes floppy. That's right, Ryan. Nobody likes floppy. Step on the side panel. Pick it back up. Dropped it. Man, this one is really hard to get to. I put it so close to the edge. I should have backed it off a little bit. This one here too. This is really close. That one in. Safety grill back over it. Pick this one up well. I'm gonna try this one again. This bottom panel probably took me 2 hours to make, to be honest. To measure everything, cut it, remeasure, make some fixes where it was necessary. Because obviously every cut was not perfect. Yeah, it took quite a long time. It was an all-nighter for that one. I hate when a T-nut doesn't want to turn. Three. Four. Ooh, man. That is a remarkable difference there. Okay. Let's get this guy. We did the front ones there. We did that. Those ones come from the top. I guess I'll do a little bit of cable management while I'm down here for now, just to get some of the stuff from flopping around. I'm not going to pull these fully tight because I do need to run more cables down here eventually. At least keep them out of the way, though. Already has one in it. Snippy snip. Snip here. Okay. Where's the rest of his at? Leave those ones for later. Almost ready to get back to the back of this, and then I can go ahead and do some more of the, well, this one can definitely go in now. We'll do some more of the wiring here shortly. Should be able to get most everything hooked in tonight, I think. Again, I still don't know about the inductive sensor, if it needs the optocoupler or not for Duet. No one really replied to that question. So I'm not sure if I need to worry about that or not. Back. All right. Stand this guy back up. Hey. That's rude. Yeah, Jim, I know, but it's nice that they already have it in the cabling port ready to go. All right, well, so I do want to, I think I'm just going to put one each of these sides here for the paneling just to keep this stable. So I don't really want this all moving around really at all. So we're going to do a couple quick drills. Needle nose. It's easier. There we go. Okay. A couple more 6mm ones. Okay, Jim. So I guess I should keep it on there then, eh? Okay, two more to do real quick. The wiring. Yeah, cutting all this stuff out by hand was woo, a daunting task in mathematics, I can tell you that. Here. I grabbed noted. Come on. There we go. Okay. So staying on that. That. Just like that. We are stable now. Just how I wanted it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this guy around. Now we can start wiring up everything in the back. So how was the best way to do this? How did I do it last time? Yes, I guess. Oh. Now we're back to the back. Can't get this camera to go back any further. So let's see. What's that look like? Well, at least you guys can see what's going on. We got our main 24-volt power going up into this guy. I'm gonna put my wiring diagram. Don't want to do this wrong. It's up top. Negative down bottom. So this will eventually go into a wire channel to kind of hide that stuff away. For now, it's gonna go like that. Oh, let's see. Then we have our this 12. That's gonna go to something else different in a minute. We've got one Z motor here, and the pinout is saying black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. So I'm gonna have to redo all of these, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo the pinout on these. Black, green, red, blue. Yep. Okay. So we need the X-Acto knife, so we can pop these suckers out. Where are we at now? We're almost 2 hours in. Okay. Black, green, red, blue. Now this is the far left side motor. So that's going to go to here. Then we have the other motor here. Gonna redo the pins on this one. Oh yeah. Well, it's more of this. Look at that go. So I'm looking at, I have it linked down below for anybody who's looking at this later. I'm looking at the BLV wiring diagram. So this goes black, green, red, blue. And this is the right side motor. So Moses, hey man, how you doing? Left side goes here. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. red one is not all the way there. There we go. And we've got that one on there. Oh, that one's broken. There we go. Again, eventually we'll have another wire channel up here to hide that stuff away. Well, Brandon, I don't know if it works because I'm just going off the wiring diagram on what it says it's supposed to be. So, yeah. We'll manage this later, I guess. Right now, we'll stick it in the channel. There we go. Let's do it like that. I need to print more of these 2020 clips. Almost out of them. There we go. Those are there right now. Then we've got the two Z's. So I was talking to people on the Discord, and I did talk to Stefan Lightning Speed, because he also runs duets on things. And I'm going to, for right now, run both the Z's off the same stepper. But eventually I'm going to go back, redo the config, and run them on two separate ones. So for right now, it doesn't matter, except I didn't... Black, green, red, blue. Black, green. Oh, these ones are wired right. Those ones were not. So there's one. And two. And those will go to this middle cable once it goes in there, and that'll get hidden away like that. And for now, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a rat's nest until I can get that that stuff in. And then what do we have? So that's those motors. Still need to do the extruder. Okay, this is the Y end stop, which goes... Ooh, crap. They have different ends. I don't know. So if C is... Let's see if I can read that. Let's get out the flashlight. It's not C. Doesn't say on the back. Well, it's the same way in the wiring diagram picture as is here. The closed side is red. So if that is true, closed side is red, that's the C that goes that way. To the, not that one, it's this one here. Like that. Just that guy like that for now. Ryan, it won't be hard at all because there's going to be there's a great big cutout in the back panel that's going to have a magnet on here that I can pull off the cover and be able to access the spool. Won't be any problem at all. Well, we're going to find out, Llama, because I kind of just went full tilt on switching. So Let's hope I didn't make a huge mistake. All right, now we can let all of this stuff down. Get the bed wired up here first. Underneath all this stuff here. It's interesting to hear you say that, Llama, because so many people talk about this. Ryan, I'll be able to reach right here. The reverse Bowden tube is right here. So I can actually hold the spool out here, feed it up and in, and then put the spool in when I'm done. All right, so thermistor, where does that go? That's going to go to here. Looks like on this one. Right here. And that use a flathead. Use my wee flathead right here. Oh, those are tiny, tiny terminals. My goodness. Oh, drop all the screwdrivers, Shane. Yeah, oh. Up. Come on. Okay. That's going to go right here. Not gonna lie, I will be probably pretty upset if this ends up printing like junk compared to what I got with the SKR. I will be pretty upset. Building this machine to take apart 12 times, I'm building it to put together once and be done with it. That is the goal of this thing. So we've got a couple other things here. Here's our extruder motor, which the terminals came out of. So what do you say? It goes black, red, blue, green. Different. Black, green, red, blue. Black, green, red, blue. And the other ones are supposed to be black, red, blue, green. I need to switch those back. Green. Black. Red. I'm not going to redo the connector on this one yet. Or I might have to. This is coming apart. Crimpers to the rescue. got here? We've got our X end stop, which goes right beside Y, right there. That plugged in. Here we have our hot end thermistor, which goes inside one, so right here. E1 temp, E0 temp. Okay, that's good. We have our 24-volt part cooling fan, which goes to the right. That should be fan 0, right? Skip to that one. Yep. Fan 0 is right here. Next to it is the 4010 fan. Well, here's the thermistor for the heated bed. Right there. We have an optocoupler. This guy. Oh, that fan is 12 volt. So we have to hook back in the deal here. Positive, negative. No, optocoupler. So I do need to check. So that right there is for the probe. I just don't know the wiring. Wait, what am I not paying attention to? Oh. You guys hear me? There we go. All right. Sorry about that. No, I was reading the chat. I just didn't realize that it was frozen. I missed that part. So yeah, I don't know if the optocoupler is the same wiring as the little mini sensor is. So it's VCC ground and out. So I'm guessing VCC ground is black and green is going to be the out. So I don't know what this connection is like. So the goal is to all of this to be kind of here, here, here. I already have the LEDs there and there. I just have to get the what's it called off of them still. Hot glue. Ten minutes, Ryan. Don't be such a drama queen. You still have my voice serenading you. You're fine. These are going to get, again, hot glued up in here, up out of the way again. And what else here? Yeah, if anybody has any info on hooking up the IR sensor to a Duet, please let me know, because again, I'm not sure how that's supposed to be. I do want to go ahead and put on the nice thing about the kit, it comes with all of the connectors and pins and everything you need to wire this up, which is really cool. But then we also have all of the heat sinks for the drivers. Do actual Duets come with these pins and connectors too? Alexi, this is a new power supply fan. The old one was causing issues back at, what was that, part like 5 or 6? When I was finally getting this thing running, it was shutting down. It was thermal overloading because the fan actually came apart and wouldn't stay together. So I've already replaced that with a much nicer fan. Modes. So 2F3 smart one, IR, force sensitive, micro switch, NPNs. That's what we want, an NPN. It's just the black. Am I reading that right, Brandon? I think the output wire, the sensor. So I don't need an optocoupler for this. This is redundant. I can just run the sensor straight off of the board. Cool, but my cable's not long enough now. Well, it's going to get cleaned up once the cable stuff comes in, but I gotta wait a couple weeks for that, Ryan. Jeez. Yeah, so it looks like I can take off the optocoupler. Brown goes to positive, blue goes to negative, and then black goes to the sensor down here. Ooh, I like that. We're just going to extend this a little bit then. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out then now, since I don't need to worry about it. One less connection I have to have in here. Yeah, I'll just solder on some leads onto this. Because it wants me to take power from here, hook it up directly in there. But I'll probably just run it down to the 24-volt power supply. Yeah, these sensors need between 6 and 30 volts, right? Can I read it on a different one? Because I can't read it on that one. Read it there. Oh, I have another one here in the bin. Hang on. Six to 36 DC. Yep. Okay, so it can run off of the 24-volt power supply. That was also another thing I was worried about. I was running off of the 12-volt power supply just because I was worried, but I don't need to be. So yay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna run this then. I'll run it right off the power supply and then take this signal and just put it onto there. We'll just extend those cables. I'll do that later tonight maybe. What time is it now? We have time tonight. I've got time. I'll do it now. Why not? So let's get a red and black wire to use, positive and negative. There we go. Nope, too short. This will do. More than long enough. Here. So brown is positive, black is negative, and I need to get it some heat shrink tubing out. Spring that. Soldering iron, solder. Good deal. And let's see here. Get a piece of black and a piece of red. That black might be too small though. Fit on the cable. Barely. The red. Red's good. Black piece here. I'm running low on my small gauge heat shrink tubing. When I move, I definitely need to order a new pack of that. I just have a lot of the big stuff left over, and it's not really needed very often in 3D printers. That's too small. Yellow, it's big enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, we're just honestly just throw away some of this big stuff because it is super not useful. There's a green, that'll be fine. There we go. Tin these two wires then. Let's say brown is positive. Yeah, brown's positive. That's solder at. Negative. If I can get it to stay still. Stay still for me, is it? Nope. That's better. I'm not getting the heat gun out. It takes too much work. Well, Ryan, if you were here, you're just having you breathe on it, man. All the hot air. Could do some shrink with that, couldn't you? Scotch tape. Much smaller spades for these though, so we're just gonna do like this here. And we just need to get a new one on here. It's off. All right, so now let's just go ahead and use a piece of green wire for signal. And this one already has a pin on it, so we can reuse this pin. So a little bit of slack here. put that afterwards. It doesn't really matter because there's nothing on the other end. Ink tubing on here. Okay. And we get the DuPonts down. Let's see, where does Bowers? Oh, Ryan, that still has covered in support, man. I haven't done any of that yet. It's going to the far right. Once I get the support cleaned off of it, I'll show it on Discord. Okay, and the one cable goes to there. So it will be nice to clean this all up here eventually. Full volt. I think I'll end up shortening this up eventually. I'm going to put the 12-volt adapter right down here. Because again, I have those fans here in the bottom. That'll bring some fresh air in. Those. So those are supposed to be black, green, red, blue. Extruder should be black, green, red, blue. It's black, red, blue, green. So it's wrong. It's also the wrong connector. So I might as well, let's go ahead and put a new connector on that. So we need a 4-pin. Need some of these guys here. Oops. Just a little snippy. I was pretty upset. It wasn't even a power outage. It was a blip. It was legitimate, just a small blip. Nothing else was affected by it, except for the stupid Raspberry Pi, which I am so over Octoprint and its inability to survive a tiny blip in power. Just in general, it just makes me so angry. Where the crimper's at? I think Octoprint would be so much better if it could use the printer's power recovery feature that's built into the stupid printer. But Octoprint is too stupid to do it. I had what? I had like 6 hours left on that print too. That was fairly devastating. Oh man, these are not working out so hot. There we go. Just got to step through it, I guess. I don't have any UPSs here. Definitely gonna have new UPSs. I have to buy some when I move because power there is gonna be atrocious. This one is just, I don't know where this one is. I think it's just a cheap one I got on Amazon. Remind me in Discord, Ryan, because I do not have a moment to look that up right now. This one isn't bad. It also could be just like the super cheap connectors I bought, because again, cheap off Amazon. Worked out pretty well though. So again, for the extruder, plugging in this way. So we are going black, green, red, blue. So black, that. And then the Z's are supposed to be black, green, red, blue. Those ones should be black, red, blue, green. So I need to redo these two. Thank you, Ryan. Greg, I already have one for ferrule connectors. These are not ferrules. Red, blue, green. Green. Hey. All right, now we need to figure out how to get the LCD hooked up. So it's the 4-pin. I think it came with that cable somewhere, maybe? knew it came with a cable, but it's probably not long enough. Yeah, right here. So here's the cable it came with to hook that up, and nowhere near long enough. But I do have some pretty long ones down in the bin, I think, down in here. Oh, right here. This has some pretty long 4-pins in it. These, I think these are 2-meter extensions. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, not those ones. Right here. No. Well, you can always redo the ends of one of these and just extend it. Probably be the best thing to do. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah, ouch. There. What I'm going to do is on the end of this one here, I'm just going to double the length of this cable. So we're going to pull out pins. Right. That. And then we'll put males, this one, so they can just link together. That's going to be the easiest thing to do. Two, three, four. Here. More of that riveting YouTube. Shane trying to do crimps. One. Ah. Did it before, because that actually worked out pretty well. Put it in here. Get it set. Push this guy in. Like that. And definitely check those out, because if I can figure out a way to step up my crimping game, that would make life so much easier. It really would. And Brandon, I'm just noticing your donation, so thank you. New camera or End up might be in new tools. But I really do want to replace this Sony camera. Such a pain in the rear. All right, so we got that done now. Into this one. Straight through. That should be long enough for us. So this is having red goes on this side, like that. And then we can figure out how to get this thing connected. As I said before, I can't see jack in there. Flashlight again. Okay. Oh, there's the connector there. Oh, it has writing on the back of it. I see that now. What does it say? 5 volts at the bottom. So this guy here, down the bend, that. Red is 5 volts, right? Yeah, that's the VCC. Let's plug in, presumably, right there, if I can get my hand in there. Missed one. Man, that's really hard to see because I can't see it. Anyway, we'll try and do it. Yeah, I probably should have hooked up the cable to this first, or when it was not installed yet. I'm pretty sure that's on. Whew. Okay. Well, I think that's it. 12 volts hooked up. That stuff, the fan. We got the sensor installed. We got our end stops done. Neopixels are here. Oh, come on. Oh. And they will reach. We're gonna do that here. That's gonna be a different night. Definitely want to do that today. I mean, I'm a little afraid, but should we turn it on? Is it time? I'm really afraid to turn it on because if I wired something wrong, I'm screwed. And also, there's no micro SD card to hold anything, so it would just be powering on. I wouldn't actually get anything, I don't think, because I don't even know how to put firmware. Jim, I'm gonna use Ben Levi's firmware for the BLV, which I already downloaded, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, I've got it here. But I don't know what to do with any of this stuff. I don't know what to do with any of this. And I don't even know if I have a micro SD card that I could use, to be honest. What's on this 8 gig? Well, I mean, I will eventually. I gotta make sure it works first. I have no idea, Ryan. You tell me. You're supposed to be the all-knowing here. Waiting there, but nothing quickly. Do with it. Let's see, my firmware. Blah 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 blah. The Duet web control file is an SD card in the www directory. Okay, still not helping me. Installing and updating firmware. Yeah, it looks like all that stuff just goes onto it. I don't think that does, though. Well, hold on to your butts. What lights up? Hey, the screen's there! How do we get to the web interface? So this is panel do firmware 1.24. It just says connecting on the front of this. To connect it, then how do I connect to this? Do I need to put a USB into it? Or do I have to like connect to the Wi-Fi of it with like a phone or something? Like how do I do this? You need to change a config G code. Okay, well, let's turn it off. Grab our SD card out. So say I need to change the config. So here. All right, so here, here. No, no, no. System config.g, config.json. All right. So let's do. Okay, there's nothing here in config.g. Hey, thank you, Derek. Oh, here it is. So my Wi-Fi name is Tell My Wi-Fi Love Her. And the password we'll do separately. Save. Okay. Bootskis. Well, tell me on the screen if it gets an IP. That would be super helpful if it did. What's it going to show up as? Say something like Wi-Fi connected. So let's go control. So it just says connecting. Do I need to do underscores instead of spaces? Use console. What do I use? What was the command? I don't remember what the command was. M587. So console 857. Again, does the SSID, can it have spaces in it or no? Wait. You still hear me? Check, 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 check. Is this working? Yep, okay. M552S0. Let's try that first. M552S0. M552S1. I wonder if my cable is connected properly. I mean, should I get like a report back or something? Because it's not reporting back anything. Like it's not saying, after I do a command, I'm not seeing anything. I looked at my router. Well, you know what? I think this is too much for tonight. It's wired, it boots, and it didn't blow up. I'm gonna call that a win for the day because I think that's more than enough done for today. Getting this thing installed alone was something, but so I think what we'll do is on Friday night, if you guys want to come join in, let's dive back in and see if we can get the firmware updated and running on this. But I do not want to venture in that tonight. It's already getting late. We've been at this for 3 hours to get everything converted over, and I think that's plenty. I really do. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that was a good night. Lots done. I had lots to clean up. I got stuff everywhere now. So, kind of go from there. Hey, Steven's here. You came just at the end here. I was just saying that it turns on, which is cool. I get something on the display, but I can't control anything. It's not connecting to Wi-Fi right now, but I don't want to venture into firmware right now. I'd rather do that again. We'll do that Friday night. We'll do firmware on this. That'll give me time to kind of button some of this up during the week. Today is Monday. Yeah, today's Monday. So I'll button up some of the wiring this week. We'll get that cabling ordered and in. I do wonder if I can get it at the hardware store here, though. I might actually make a run out, check the hardware store, see if I can actually buy this stuff locally. Because if I can, I'd rather do that than wait for Amazon to finally get here. Because that's a couple weeks away. And I want to finish this up. So we're close. We are like really close. So part 11 will be Friday. It's going to be nothing but firmware. And once we can say we get the firmware going, then we can start calibrating, figuring out how to do that. Because RepRap firmware is something very, very new. I will probably do it, Steven, on StreamYards. So I think that'll be more beneficial if anybody that knows how to do this kind of stuff can help walk me through it, and we'll work from there. What cable? I'm just using the 4-pin connector that came with it. I just extended it to make it longer because the cable that they send is not long enough to reach the display. I mean, that could be the problem. I don't know, though. Kind of hard to tell. But yeah, that's it for tonight. Hope you guys join me on Friday night where we try firmware on this and see how it goes. Again, super close to finishing this up. I can feel it. I can feel it. We're getting there. So thank you guys for joining in. If you guys want to support the stream, help me build more machines like this one, consider donating or becoming a patron down below. Lots of links down there, some affiliate links as well. So make sure you guys check all that out. And if you want to stay tuned, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You'll get notifications when I do live streams or when I upload any videos. I do have some videos coming up soon that I'm kind of working on the side as well. So thank you all for joining in. Hope you have a good night.